intro or description or invitation of upcoming vocal toning workshop 2. So not last month, I was all the way back in February actually. I did a vocal toning workshop with a lovely friend and colleague who lives in Lebanon, whose name is Patricia. And the focus of that, I'm just adjusting my camera here a little bit. The focus of that workshop was mostly on the technique of being able to use our voices for singing energy, for healing and uplift into the different chakras or energy centers of the physical and non-physical bodies. Powerful work, very informative, very uplifting, and we had a great group, and I think a lot of beautiful foundation work was done and a lot of emotional growth happened. And Patricia has been doing an ongoing series of supportive, like when I say supportive, I mean like to keep the energy going, to continue to foster the energy and the personal cultivation and uplift that was incepted with the workshop in February. And recently, at the express interest of one of the most lovely people, not the most, I'm choosing my words here so that I don't insult anybody else, a very lovely friend and participant said, hey, it's time for you guys to do vocal toning workshop 2. And I'm absolutely gratified that she planted that seed of inspiration in both me and Patricia, our minds and our energy fields. Patricia and I got together and talked about this. And so yes, beginning on May 20th, there is an opportunity for people to sign up for and participate in this upcoming, it's a 3-week long workshop. The first workshop that we did was a 1-week experience with some teaching or workshop exercise or vocal toning exercise every day. And it felt very intensive and felt definitely a lot like, took an endurance to be able to make it through every day. And that this is being presented in a slightly different way, because I was calling that an intensive, even a boot camp, different approach this time. So this is still involving the original vocal toning techniques, and also Patricia has some additional, more advanced tones and areas of the body. So the first ones were simple vowel notes and tones that related to the 7 major chakras of the body, and these are slightly more advanced vowel and consonant sounds, phonetic sounds that are in conjunction with different areas of the body. So it is the advanced level. It's definitely new and more deeply touching on the energy field than I think the initial work is, but I don't want you to be intimidated or set yourself out if you haven't done the first workshop. That's not an absolute prerequisite. You can be in the workshop part 2 if you haven't done the workshop part 1. You're absolutely still invited and encouraged to be along on the beautiful journey of uplift, because that's what this is really all about. When you ask me about my motivations and what am I doing here, I feel like all of the work that I do, from the artwork that I do, my own personal music, which is also more widely available every day, and this just might not be the video to focus on that, but I'm always sending out positive, uplifting, and inspiring music. And these are basically harmonics for soul growth and personal cultivation, moving in positive directions, aligning with higher timelines or best timelines, or realigning with the central core timeline. That is where you really want to be going in terms of personal and planetary ascension. With all that being said, so my motivation is about helping people in their uplift, helping people in their healing, helping people to facilitate their own practices of self-empowerment, self-healing, and positive body habits and mind habits and energetic and spiritual habits that they're going to do all the time. So that's big. So that was what Vocal Toning Workshop 1 was about, learning how to do these vocal tones, sing into your own body field, sing into your own energy field, do it as a daily practice for focus and for clarity and for uplift. And this workshop goes even more deeply, because I did notice that the vocal toning touched on a lot of people's emotional aspects, and I would say things that would be considered blockages, emotional challenges, or things that actually need healing, that there are stuck energies, and the stuck energies often come from actual experiences. And so I have a certification in somatic trauma release, and a lot of the work that I do in one-on-one sessions is about helping people to overcome whatever their unique situation is, the emotional blockages that they've been feeling, to prevent them from rising to their highest levels. So sometimes I do it in the sense of creative mentorship, helping people to be able to do art and music projects and sustain them over over time, or entrepreneur business projects, or helping people to go past traumatic experiences, or helping people to simply realign with their joy, because you don't necessarily have to identify with their suffering to recognize that you can have more joy in your life. That's my dog barking. Thank you for anyone who's tuned in. Thank you for sharing this video widely, and thumbs upping absolutely helps. The motivation for this purpose, for this workshop, you see it's vocal toning too, and also emotional release. So this is a 3-week long workshop. There will not be workshop aspects every day, but it is a 3-week long commitment. The introduction begins this Friday, May 20th. It is a 1.5 hour long introduction where I'm going to tell you all about what is happening in the workshop. I have a list over here if you see me squinting and scrolling and looking at my notes. Week 1 is about identifying a core issue that you would like to work on processing and releasing. And I'm sure that most people have more than one issue or more than one aspect of their life that they would like to be able to improve and heal. This is about beginning with one, and we are setting milestones in order to reach incremental, achievable goals so that you really feel like you have done something. So if we were using like cleaning up your house as one example of it, it doesn't have to be like, I'm going to clean every room, I'm going to deep clean, I'm going to shampoo the carpet in every room. We are going to choose one room of your house, of your life, to focus on, and then really get into the most effective ways to be able to heal and restructure that one room of your house. So week 1 is also about comprehending the process of how the body stores emotions, which can be negative emotions or traumas or stresses, and how this release work is done. It includes preparations for anyone who wishes to commit to the liver flush. This is Patricia's specialty. Patricia is in Lebanon. She's in a wildly divergent time zone than me. That is why we are not doing this intro video together. She really focuses on a lot of beautiful physical body healing techniques. Everything from Qigong exercises to sun salutations to different stretching and movements that are part of basic body maintenance, and focuses a lot on the liver and being able to use these techniques that are, a lot of this is ancient work, not something that she claims as her own innovation. It's still very valid work. It's been used for a very long time. How to release things like liver blockages and gallstones. A liver is a major energy processing center of our body, physical toxin processing or filtering out things that we don't want or need in our bloodstream, and can also be a receptacle for stuck energies, especially in terms of anger. Even though you don't have to identify as an angry person, sometimes anger or sadness or sorrow, they are held in the liver as blockages, gallstones, and other things. So there's a whole procedure on how to release this properly. I have never done it myself. I am not an expert. Patricia is very well versed and has done a lot of work in her own locality in person where she lives, helping people and guiding them through this. And as they go through this, just the physical process of, for the first week, you do not eat certain things. You eat in a certain way. For the second, and you also might need to order some basic equipment. For the second week, you are preparing mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally to be able to do this. And then there are certain things that you do in terms of what you drink, what you eat, laying down, doing colon cleanses to be able to release and flush out the energies from your liver. It is a powerful, profound way of clearing out stuck energies. And also, it might not be for everybody. So Patricia does an online one-on-one consultation to make sure that it's right for you. That she needs to know if you've had your gallbladder out, or if you have certain diseases, or the uniqueness of your own situation, your bio-body suit, so that you are being guided well. So know that it is done very responsible in that sense. So there are essentially 2 parallel opportunities that are going on in what I'm offering here. One is a commitment to this 3-week-long workshop. Each day of the workshop, and there will be 2 sessions per week. So it's going to be on a Monday and on a Thursday. You will have rest time in between to practice your new body practices that you're learning, to do journaling, to allow things to come forward, because emotional processing is not something that is easily done on a schedule, where you're like, okay, body, okay, mind, okay, emotions, time for you to process this and be done by 2 o'clock. It is more of an allowing, and it is about personal growth. That is also why I offer this as an invitation and encouragement and absolute enthusiastic cheerleader for anyone who is on their journey, and not something that is pressured. Like, I want you to know that this is not about sales, marketing, and making you do something. This is about an opportunity and offering it if you are in alignment with it in the areas of personal growth that you need. And I can do this help to help you, and Patricia can do help in her own ways to help you. So let me now describe, I haven't gone through week 3. Week 2 is about processing the issue. Some of this is done in group workshops with me on these 2 workshops per week, 1.5 hour sessions. Some of it is done in one-on-one workshops with me. So there's one-on-one session included in the price of the workshop. Participants do the liver flush if they want to, and if you don't want to do the liver flush, that is perfectly acceptable. You will be given your own series of physical exercises, such as the sun salutation, which is a non-invasive way of helping the organs of the body to be toned and to release the, again, stuck energies or stagnant energies that are present in them. Non-invasive, and also this is something that is able to be modified if you are differently abled, if you have health limitations or things that you cannot do or that you should not do. All of this can be modified, so please don't place yourself outside of this realm of healing and uplift if you have physical frailties. Both myself and Patricia are absolutely enthusiastic to work with people of all sorts of different levels of health and ability. And week 3 is about release and restructuring. So as people are working on releasing physical, somatic, body, cellular metabolites, which are the end products of eating food or having emotional experiences or moving through time and just living life, being able to release and process, old energies are moving out, beginning with the restructuring process under guidance, so that you're not just swimming around or definitely not going under the waves of emotional crashing waves and tsunamis of emotion. As energies are released, as you're learning about yourself, as you go through this process of being relieved of emotional burdens, like the boulders on your shoulders go, and you're able to stand up and have your spine, be carrying you more easily. It's the reconstruction time where you get to learn new habits of embodiment of both your posture, physical, and your emotional posture or your approach to life, your expectations, how you define yourself, how you walk in the world. And all of this is done very, very well in a group setting. So what I'm trying to communicate to you is the basic structure of the workshop. Beginning on May 20th, one introductory session of 1.5 hours. Intro to me, intro to Patricia, introduction to what this work is, and where you begin planting the seed in your mind, where you begin to go through the imagining of what issue you would like to work on, what area of your own personal house would you like to begin cleaning, reorganizing, and restructuring, maybe even renovating. The first workshop will be on Monday. That is, if I scroll down a little bit further, Monday, May 23rd, I'm working Pacific time here, so everything is, according to California, 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Pacific time. And also on Thursday, May 26th, 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Then the next week, it is the same schedule. Mondays and Thursdays, 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So that's on the 30th and also on June 2nd. And by that point, anybody who's committed to doing the liver cleanse either should already be in the process of doing it or have contacted Patricia for the preparation stages to be able to begin preparing their body and their digestive system for this. And then by week 3, that's going to be June 6th and June 9th. June 9th is the conclusion, to be able to work on the release and restructuring. So when I talk about release and restructuring and what each session is like, each workshop session will begin with some basic somatic, meaning body cellular movement exercises that I will guide you through of the things that I do for myself. Vocal toning, the advanced tones and experiences as guided by Patricia. What's different than in this workshop than in other workshops is the vocal toning will be limited to maybe 15 minutes or so at the beginning of each session as a way of pressing the emotional reset button. We're not going to devote the entire hour or 2 hours to that. We're going to do it as a group guidance session that I found to be so powerful in terms of when you sit down or come to the group, mostly everyone is in their intellect and thinking and thinking and thinking, and all of your laundry list of things that you have to do and responsibilities. And this is about going into a different modality. So a way of getting out of the intellect into the emotional sensory intelligence, and also opening the door to your own connection to your higher consciousness. Really beautiful toning exercises and guidance. And Patricia, she's very integrous in how she teaches, and she says that she doesn't want to be presenting herself as an expert in the new tones, more of a demonstrator. And I said that's absolutely perfect. You do not have to be an expert in order to have something to share. She's very well versed in the initial information that she shared with us in February and has been using those for many years, and these are newer tones and she's still exploring them. So it is an exploration for all of us to learn new tones, learn new ways of being, and have that focus and open the energy doorway to be able to then do the work that I will guide you through, which begins with a self-assessment in what area of your life you want to heal and improve, and are there specific life experiences or traumatic experiences or stored energy that you want to begin to liberate. And then there will be, when you complete each workshop group session, there will be a homework that is a fun, fulfilling homework that might be about something that you need to look into in yourself, or journal about in yourself, or come to a fruition on as you are doing this, allowing through your own experience to come forward. And then there's a few days in between, and then reconvening. There will also be opportunities as you feel comfortable to work on, I hate to say the buddy system because that might not sound as serious or profound as what this is, but to work with others one-on-one, or to work in or share in a group. Each workshop sharing day will have an opportunity to spotlight on one or maybe two people and your journey, but maybe not to go through everyone if we have a larger group. So know that there will be an opportunity to be witnessed, to be listened to, as that is part of the process of going through this and releasing and then restructuring and redefining who you are and how you walk through the world. Very, very powerful to do this work in groups. And also there might be some things that you might not wish to share or verbalize with other people that you might want to do only privately. So I would say for health concerns, turn to Patricia and her consultations and guidance that you can schedule one-on-one. And for other things, I'm very happy to guide you and be a witness to you and give you my best inspiration, uplift, and very real release techniques and coping techniques for moving through your life. People who are in the San Diego area can schedule their one-on-one session in person with me, and I can do tuning fork work with you. People that are not in the San Diego area, with the cost of the workshop, which is $300 for the 3 weeks, you get included in that one-on-one session with me. So this is the way that this works. You can either do a payment program of that $300 split up into 3 incremental payments or more, depending upon what you need. You can contact me for your needs, or one payment of the entire tuition. And then within that, what you're committing to is 3 weeks of the workshops that have group sessions and one included one-on-one session with me. The liver flush is separate to what is going on, parallel and complementary to what is going on, and it's a different separate fee structure that you would talk to Patricia about. So that would be on top of what you're paying for the workshop, but involves a lot of her own time and energy, and she will literally be with you on the phone while you are doing your own colon cleanse. So know that you have that amount of personal, I don't want to use the word safety net because it's not like you're doing something dangerous, but personal support and guidance directly in going through this transformation. I'll just affirm again, it's a wonderful opportunity and it's very deep work. And if you are called to do this, this is offered to you at this time. So the basics of it are, it's beginning on May 20th. The cost for participation is $300, including one-on-one session with me. If you want to book additional one-on-one sessions with me, you can. If you want to forego the group work and just do one-on-one sessions with me, you can. If you want to forego the group work and just do the liver flush with Patricia and other bodily exercises and physical and energetic cultivation techniques, you can do that too. Invitation, not obligation, and in every way being done with the sense of integrity, service to the collective of who we are, moving forward in individual and planetary ascension, and wanting all of us to rise higher. So that is the spirit and the real truthfulness that I come to you with in this offer. So I encourage you, and I'm your cheerleader on your journey. If you want to contact me, if you want to read more details, if you want to learn more and send me your sign-up info, there is a contact sheet. It's called AIDA form that is in the description of this video. And I thank you and wish you the utmost of moving in a peaceful direction, aligning with your highest and best timelines, profound healing and empowerment on your own journey. And I thank you so much. If you feel called to share this video with others and bring it to the attention of anybody else that you might know that this might be something that is good at this time in their life for them. Profound thanks. Thank you very much.